afternoon. My name is Sholakwe Adeshui, and I'm glad to share a few tips again with you, entrepreneurs, on how to get your business going legally. Okay, so today I want to be talking about corporate entities. Basically, I know quite a number of us may have registered our businesses or endeavors in time past, or maybe you are at the point where you're thinking, okay, I've been doing this, then I think I need to give it some legal structure and all and form, but it's important for you to ask a few questions about from yourself. Ask yourself a few questions to be able to determine the kind of legal structure that your business or your endeavor requires. Okay, this is what I mean. The adequate, you need to have the proper legal entity to carry your idea that you want to run. Okay, so to determine the legal entity that will be able to carry your idea effectively, you need to ask these questions. Okay, so I'm just going to give you a few questions, like 4 or so, that you can ask yourself today, and then you can from there determine the kind of entity that you register. Number 1, you need to ask yourself this very critical question: do you want to make profit? Okay, so that's the question. It may sound like, oh, why you ask this? Sometimes everybody wants to make profit. No, really. It depends on what you want to do. If for instance you think, okay, I just want to create some social change around me. I don't. There's some. I want to make impact around my community. I want to create a social change. I want to be able to influence young people. I want to reorientate youths. You could want to do so many other things, but you need to decide on whether you're going to be a profit-making entity or not. Okay, so if you want to make profit from it, then you need to understand that you cannot register it as an NGO, a non-profit organization, or a non-governmental, which we commonly call non-governmental organizations, NGO. Okay, but it has to be a profit-making company. That means either a limited liability company, or you're simply registering a business name. So the first thing to ask yourself is, if you're going to be immersing yourself into it fully as a full-time job, and you do not have any other source of income, you're going to be investing your time, your resources, your energy, then you want to ask yourself critically whether you want to make profit. And if you still intend to make profit for the organization, then don't register as a non-profit. Register as a simple business name or a limited liability company to ensure that you can be able to take profit from it. Okay. Number 2, you need to ask yourself, do you want to do it alone, or you want to do it in partnership with somebody, or is it a family business? It's important to ask that question. So if you're doing it alone, then you can register a business name. It can simply be something, it's very simple. You start off simply as a business, a venture, an enterprise, or something, such, which you can go online to a CAC website and register on your own. You also need to find out. You also need to ask yourself if you're going to be working with other people. If you're going to be partnering with other people, then you ask what kind of partnership, what kind of people are you partnering with? Is it yourself and your husband, or are you bringing in local people, or you're partnering with someone outside the country, international, foreign organizations, or foreign individuals? You need to determine. Once all that is involved, then you need to be talking about registering as a limited liability company, limited either by shares or by guarantee, or some other sort of, or perhaps a limited partnership, or some other form of partnerships that are available. I'm sure you can get more details when you speak with us, okay? And then number 3, you need to ask yourself another question. You need to ask yourself whether are you operating within, what industry are you operating in? That's another thing. If you're operating within a very regulated industry, then the question is, you must have certain certification for you to be able to register that kind of organization. So, for instance, if you want to operate within the medical industry, it's a very well regulated industry. So you must have a certificate, either as a medical doctor, or a pharmacist, or some other form of certification that you may have acquired. You must have gained the knowledge. Either you or any of your partners that you'll be working together with must have the certificate. If you're going to be operating, another question you must ask is, are you going to be operating locally or internationally? If you're operating internationally, or you want to be able to trade internationally, then you must be thinking of being a limited liability company or being some operating some form of other partnerships that allows you to work with foreign organizations. And then you must have the required licenses. And so we can't be talking about business name registrations at this point. Okay, so those are a few tips to help you know the kind of entity that is required for you to be able to run your idea. Okay, so I think that is going to be useful for you, and I look forward to getting your feedback. Don't forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel, and I'll be glad to see you again. Thank you very much. Bye.